Okay, welcome to the SAT question of the week. Here we're looking at some algebra, which includes some squaring and square roots with some limitations and some substitution. There is an algebraic way of solving this question. Depends what you're comfortable with, which is faster doing, because there is also a substitution way we can look at this. But we're going to go ahead and look at basically plugging in your 7 for x, adding 7 to both sides. You have your 2k squared plus 17 equal to 7. Right? We plugged in the x, we moved it to the other side there. Now, in order to get rid of a square, if you're squaring or a square root, what you could do is you can actually square, and this will get rid of this square root, but you have to do it to the whole equation. So we get rid of this square root here, 2k squared plus 17. Anything inside the square root doesn't change, but if you have something outside the square root, like the 7, that square is actually going to take effect there, so that'll be 49 here. So this will become a 49. And then, now we can more easily work towards getting k by itself. Subtracting 17 from both sides, 2k squared is equal to 32. We're going to divide both sides by 2. K squared is equal to 16. Take the square root of each side, and we have k is equal to 4. Now what I want to do, knowing that our answer is 4, is just show you some substitution technique here. Need a new marker. Let's try this, maybe a little bit lighter purple. Substitution technique where, I don't know if I spelled this right, substitution, probably didn't, technique here where, let's just take a look. Let's say when you're doing substitution, it helps to start with B or C, because I'll show you why. It helps you determine whether you want to work up or down. So let's just take a look at 3 here. We'll plug in 3, and then we know that the 7's on the other side. So basically we know whatever's inside the square root, we want to equal 7. And meaning, okay, if this is 7, we're going to want this to be basically whatever's inside the square root to be 49, correct? So 2 times 9 plus 17, that gives us 35. We're looking for the square root of 49, so we need whatever's underneath here to be 49, because we need it to be equal to 7. 7 squared is square root of 49. So we know that this number has to go up. Right? So when I'm looking at my answer choices, I know to go up and not to waste any time with 2, basically because I know this number has to get bigger. Let me use a bigger number. And we do know it's 4, and you do the 2 times 4 squared plus 17. You end up with 32 plus a 17. And you do end up with the square root of 49 here, which is what we wanted. So you can do this substitution without the algebra. There are 2 ways to do this. Depends which one's faster for you. If you could do this mentally, this is probably going to be on your no calc section. And just as some advice, you might want to make an index card out of this. One with the algebra, and then another with a substitution way. And this is a good one to put on your fridge or use as a Quizlet, as far as, okay, let me put this in my toolbox and have something that I know I can handle on the SAT. Don't forget, math becomes easy with hard work.